Alright, I'm going to roof this house. This is my house, and I thought I'd do it before and after video. I think I may side it later on too. And I'm going to see if I can do roofing and guttering. And because it's like hanging right here. You know, it's not even attached to the wall. It needs like some joist or something. So I'm going to tear the whole roof off and redo the whole roof. Hopefully it will look a lot better when I'm done. We'll see if the wood underneath it is strong enough to even hold the joist. Fucker might cave in on me when I'm trying to do it. It's a 1940s house. It's very old, and as you can tell, it probably ain't been painted forever either. As you can see, all the paint's kind of hanging. So I'm going to try to put siding on it too. I did a little bit of stuff here. You can see where it's kind of been painted over. So that's another home improvement video that I'm going to be doing. I don't really show myself actually doing the work, but I show what I'm doing, you know, because I don't want to sit there and have a camera watching me while I'm trying to do all this stuff. Let's see what I can get done here. Well, that's the new roof. I put new vent boxes up at the top, and over here on the chimney I put a little aluminum cap on the top because it was actually kind of eroded at the top, so it's the brown part at the top of this gray, and caulked it around there and put some flash in there. Anyways, the gutters are still hanging down, so I got to get to that, put some new wood down. These also have the new covers around those exhaust pipes, I guess you'd call them, for sinks and toilets, whatever. And well, we'll get to the next part, which is the gutters, and I'll add on to this video. Okay, I did a little bit more back on the bathroom. I painted the walls, painted that white, and added some black with this little duster thing. I put black on the tips, that kind of stuff. Anyways, I put it all around the room, and I will be getting on the tiles pretty soon. I put this little backing board stuff here, and all the way to the top down here on the sides. There's a gap up there, but we'll see how much it does. I think the lens is dirty on this camera, probably from the temperature outside. It's kind of cold. Okay, so anyways, well, I decided to paint the walls in the bathroom where I'd redone this shower here, and I had a ladder to get up here to the top area, and I put these curtains in here to kind of match. Okay, so I made everything black and white. That's what I made it look like. And I painted these shelf racks black because they were kind of old, and I just scrubbed them down with a metal brush and then painted them black. And I think the roof looks pretty good. It's white and black, and I haven't gotten to the floor yet. I'm going to add those pads down after I do the tiles up here that's still missing that I haven't put up yet. But I've left that area kind of open. But I put the board down. You can see the what they call it, cement board, and I'm going to be cementing to that. Alright, to the next part. Okay, I'm adding the tiles on now, and I'm using this stuff, type 1 whatever, tile adhesive. So you can kind of see a little bit of it here in the corner. I smeared it out because the tiles ain't quite fitting, but I'm going to cut some other smaller tiles to fit in those areas. So that's what the tile is going to look like, and this is what it looked like before. I'm using this smaller trowel. It actually gets better in these little areas better than this bigger one. I'm going to use the bigger one, but trying to turn it around and do whatever with that. It's a little bit too big. So, and I use the knife to cut off these pieces. So like I said, I'm going to cut these little white pieces off, and I'm going to put them there in the corner. So I think it's going to look pretty cool after I'm done. And on the side, I'm going to add, over here, I'm going to add these tiles. These black tiles are going to go here, little by little. And the areas that I can't quite get, I'm going to add some black caulking that I bought to put in there. It's right over here. And ceramic tile caulk. And to smear in between the cracks, I'm going to use some grout, some black grout, because I think black would look better than the white. Like I said, it's pretty cool. Goes with the black and white roof, and I'm going to cut some boards out to put up here instead of these heavy ass marble. That stuff is very heavy, and I don't think it should be setting up here above your head while you're on the toilet if this falls. So goodbye marble, and hello wood. Okay, yeah. And over here, this is where it was, and I had to fill in these holes because there was just no drywall left to hold it. So this right here is a towel holder. You can't hardly see it, but that's the little ring there, and it actually is tight. And I bought these little pieces that screw into the wall to help hold it behind here in the drywall. So now the towel will be over here instead of the other side. I'd like to get a whole new mirror piece, but you know what? That's a lot of money, and then you gotta pay somebody to do it because there's some bad electrical here, and I just quite ain't got the money now because I've been spending it all on putting the shower and toilet and tearing out all the wood. At least I saved thousands on trying to hire somebody else to do it. All right. Okay, the gutters are done. They are blue. They stick out farther than they used to. And they run all the way across, and they're no longer hanging down. There were wires just pulling out the sides. So here we go. Roof and gutters are done. A lot of work going into doing a house. The best thing to do is do each thing as it needs to be done. That way you don't have a ton of things that need to be done when the time comes that you need it done. Live free or die. Okay, I'm now finished with the tiling. Go over here. Well, I need to put good grout in it. Alright. There's my tiling up here at the top, and I made it black here on the sides. And then down here I made it black and white, and then black, and then a little bit of white and black there. I actually had to switch to these smaller pieces because it's bigger here and then smaller down here. Those bigger pieces wouldn't fit. Then I had this big crack down here, so I just kind of pieced a few pieces in there, and then I want to fill in the rest with caulking around it. That's good enough for me. I ain't no rich dude, don't need everything perfect. But anyways, that's pretty nice in my opinion. All I got to do is my grouting and then my caulking. I put these pieces here because I tried drilling some holes, and this little piece here fell out. This towel holder fell out of the hole, and I couldn't screw nothing else in it. It was just too tore up. So I just put these pieces over the holes. Good enough for me. Alright, on to the next part. I put this grout. It's the black stuff in between all the tiles. I put all that up. And when you put that stuff in, it's this right here. It's they say that a lot of textures are like toothpaste, but this was more like grease paint. So anyways, I got it all up in there, and I think it looks pretty good. I don't think I missed any errors. And then when you get it on there, you have to use this sponge, dip it in water, and rub all the excess off of it. So next thing I'm going to do is, like in this area, I'm going to put black caulking in there, because it's not like a big gap or anything. It's just between the two tiles. Put some caulking there and fill in this little area there. But I think it looks pretty good myself. Alright, on to the next part. Okay, I'm now done with the grouting that I said I was going to do. And I got in here and put caulking in that one. And haven't done the shelves yet. So I get over here and I filled in all the holes with caulking. You know, that's a big crack there. So I filled in that area and just kind of filled up there. It's better than it just being open holes. So anyways, here's where I put the caulking down that strip, and just kind of filled off to the side there. And I put some caulking up here at the top. You can see where I ran it all the way around the beam. And then there's some up there at the top too, but I'm not going to get up the eye. I ran it down this line here, so there's no more crack on that edge there. A little bit of dirt in there. And I filled in down here with the cracked, chipped tile. Got that done. So the next step is the shower doors. And I'll continue that on the next video. I'll stop from here. And this is the end of this video. I don't want to make the video too long. Okay. Shower. Oh, I wanted to add one more part. Here's the caulking gun, and there's two different kinds. And there's something that I'd learned on the, you know, you had to cut the tips off and I use this little knife. Anyways, this caulking gun does not have a release for the pressure. And the reason you need one of those, it's this piece right here. See, this one doesn't have one. This one does. Because if you don't back off of the caulker, this stuff will keep coming out the end. So what you do is you push this little piece and it will release the pressure off of the, like when you're, you know, you push that and it releases it. But this one right here don't have it. So, you know, when I was caulking, the end would continue letting the stuff come out of the end. And then when you're trying to do the caulking up there, it just keeps coming out and it can splat down at the bottom of the shower or the floor, wherever you're doing it, and it gets all over the place. And then you're trying not to get any on the tile too. So it's better to have one of these with the pressure release, so that when you stop it, it stops sending it out at the end. Because when the pressure stays, it just continually tries to push out. And then you need a lot of paper towels and stuff, and that's what I was doing at first. And it's over here in this trash can, and I had to keep wiping it off. So I had to go get this other caulk gun because it just kept trying to come out of the end. This was only like $1.50 or something like that. They have these that are like $5 and something, but it's the same exact one. You don't have to have the expensive one. And then there's this piece right here. It's a little pokered. Like some of these don't have the stuff coming out, and it's got a little metal piece at the end there. What you do is you stick this in the end of this part here and inside, and it pokes it so that the stuff can come out. But so far, all the ones I've had, all I've had to do is push the little trigger piece and the stuff start coming out. Okay, over and out. Done with this video.